we're seeing a case spike because of a backlog of 734 cases that were being cleared. So today's reported case number is actually closer to 625. I know some of you follow these numbers as religiously as me and might be worried about the last 2 days in which we've seen our first 4-digit increases. But I want to reassure you that this is about testing capacity expanding, some backlog tests that have come up, and not necessarily a doubling in just 2 or 3 days. For comparison, the past 7 days, we've seen an average daily increase of about 758 cases. In the city, there were 680 reported new cases today, also including that backlog, bringing our total to just under 7,000 at 6,904 cases in the city, an 11% increase since yesterday. And the worst part of this evening, each time I report to you, is the 46 deaths that we added to the rolls. This brings our total to 663 fallen angels in our county, a 7% increase since yesterday. For comparison, the past 7 days, we've seen an average daily increase of 44 new deaths, and deaths are doubling every 7 to 8 days. I wanted to add one statistic today that 90.1% of these deaths are occurring with people with so-called comorbidities. That's just a fancy way of saying the folks that we know are the most vulnerable because of their age and their medical conditions. And I will never stop being loud about those that have been left behind, specifically our immigrant communities who still are excluded. Families, because if they have one person without documents, can't get a check. Folks who are working hard to make sure our food supply is picked, is transported, who are processing our food, working in our hospitals, cleaning to make sure that our doctors and techs and nurses are safe. We need to make sure nobody is left behind. And when it comes to immigration, immigrants are not the threat to America. COVID-19 is. Let me be very loud and clear. Let us not be distracted from what is at hand, and let us make sure everybody is included in our aid together.